Dude, you told me to go in there like a man possessed. I swear my eyes rolled back. Oh, it's demon time, dude. And you know, I get Scott back there too, and he's in my face, and I'm just like, oh. I was like, just don't slap me right now. I don't want to Richie, you know, because he was just getting me so pumped up, and I'm just ready to go. And then you guys talk to me, and I'm like, oh, this is done. I'm going for this dude.
There we go. We're here now, guys. We're here. This is episode 11 of Combat on the Couch, brought to you by Ugly Franco Productions and Carney Combat Sports. Guys, we've got okay, everybody in the room now it's Hunter, it's Jarrett, it's Rich, it's Fino, it's Vanessa, it's Hayden, it's Jose, it's Franco. So that's what it do. Everybody say hi.
What's up?
What's up?
Hi. So now you understand what's going on. We're just here to have a good time. We're going to eat pizza, and we are mainly here to talk about the fights that just happened because they were sick as. They were sick, dude. They were sick. They were so sick, dude. They were so sick. Man, there's no rules. Pull that one closer for sure. Yeah, there we go. So, who was the first fight of that night?
Be me.
That was Jared, dude.
Yep.
All right. Dude. Everybody saw the pictures of after. Your face was a little bit fucked up, but you just had the blood pumping and you looked jacked as shit, dude.
Thank you.
How did you feel going into that? Did you feel jacked as shit, or did you feel like you're back in middle school, man, I don't want to do this, bro?
Dude, honestly,
this is scary, man.
Backstage, I was just trying to focus on the warm-up and stay in the moment, really. There was so much chaos going through my head. It was all just circling, and I was just trying to stay calm and in the moment and just focus on what I was doing. It really hit right before I went out was Jose came up to me and he was like, dude, you're about to be in a fucking fist fight right now. This is serious shit. Which was good. I mean, it helped me flip the switch, and it's shit's gonna, punches are gonna be flying. It's it's not sparring. This is actually the real deal. And making my walk to the cage, that was kind of something else. It was
you looked slow. It was a slow, calm kind of walk. He didn't really run through or anything like that. It was just a slow sup everybody. I'm going. If you can't see Jarrett, but he looks how he sounds. Just calm. He's got the deep, low voice. He's just gonna rock you to bed real quick. It's nice, man. So that's how you look going up, man. You look calm, you look strong, and then you came out with the dub. But how was the fight?
That too was kind of crazy. It's I just remember walking to my corner. Coach Richard was telling me, he's just bounce, shake it out. And that's all I was really doing. And I don't really remember the introductions. I remember, part of him announcing Christopher and then announcing me. I mean, that was pretty much just a blur. And all of a sudden the cage door shut. And, the referee, it's that comes in the center of the cage, points at each guy and fucking claps his hands. Let's get it on. And of course, the first round, it was after touching gloves, it's this is real now. And so it kind of just for me.
Who hit first? Was it him or you?
I think he might have caught me first. I don't know what with. It might have been just a
overhand right.
Or something. Oh, overhand right. He caught me with a couple of those. My left eye got swollen very soon.
It did, yeah.
But yeah, the first round, it was, kind of crazy. I was just acting and reacting, trying to remember my training and whatnot. But when you're in there, just kind of there's not much time to think. You just got to go.
Yeah.
And then as the fight progressed, the second and third round, it started to settle in. And I realized, he was telegraphing everything he was throwing from 2 miles away. So, and his leg kicks really weren't shit. So I wasn't nervous about that.
Nice.
His overhand right, he would cock it back like he's in a Rocky movie.
Right.
So I just stuck to the game plan. Honestly, that's what kind of surprised me is the game plan we had. That's exactly what I tried to do. Hopefully it manifested. Hopefully I did. It looked like I was doing that, just throwing.
Oh yeah, it manifested. I thought it went well.
He looked
I don't know.
good,
What do you guys think? I thought it went for his first time fighting. I thought.
Yeah, squad. How did he look?
Yeah, no, you look good, man. Everyone was coming up to us, and the way you started off the night, it was a good way to start. You were the right person for it too. So you being the first fighter and coming up from the fundamentals class, it kind of showed everyone like we can do this. Anyone, you know, they put in the work. You showed that you can do it, man. So I think you did awesome. So I was really proud, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was dope. It was
I thought
badass.
it looked great. I mean, he was willing to stand and trade in the pocket. I mean, he never looked timid in there. Looked really calm and composed for his first time out there. So it was awesome to see.
It was kind of weird. I thought it was weird. I was like, this is your first time? I think I found out that it was your first time fighting back behind the curtain. And I was like, dude, you're handling it pretty all right. You know, even with me back there getting my weird energy in, I know I get like people smiley sometimes, you know. I was like, it's funny that you said that about Jose, because I was like, he changed he literally kind of changed, because I saw you 3 minutes before and then like you went out to walk and you had like a different kind of thing. So that's probably when Jose was like,
yeah,
you're about to be in a fist fight.
I could see it on the look on your face too. And it was kind of cool because that's one thing I do tell everyone is like no matter what, you're going in there and it's a fight. Like sometimes it's just you're gonna have to get down and dirty, but you go in there and you just do your thing. That guy's not gonna beat you.
Yeah.
Right? You go in there and beat him up. Like if it was on the streets or anything like that, you just gotta go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I saw his face and I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna get it, man.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
gonna get it.
Man on a mission. Man on a mission. You guys all look like men on mission, women on mission that night. You didn't. None of you walked out and I was like, I don't know about this. I was pretty much very confident the whole time.
Yeah, I second that. I was confident. I thought we were gonna go 5-0 or 6-0 with 6 finishes, but we didn't get that. But we got pretty close, I felt like.
That happens.
I would say,
God damn
Jared,
it,
a question
Richard.
for you.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Calling me out here, man.
Dang, dude. Coach, I tried to save you.
Hey, my goal is always to go undefeated, but then it's always to go like dominant. What's the most dominant fashion you can win? 5 KOs.
Yeah.
We didn't get that,
Yeah.
but that's what we're working for next time. But a question for Jarrett: how did it feel once you got done?
It was insane. It was like I was just riding a high that whole night, like the most natural high I've ever had.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was indescribable.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you
just
gonna say goodbye to that?
I mean,
No, you can't say bye to that, dude.
it's a tough question to answer right now.
What are you talking about? Are you like quitting or something? Are you retiring already?
I don't know. I just know right now I've got to work a lot.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm trying to
okay.
pull like 50, 60-hour weeks now.
Yeah.
I got to finish my welding school.
Yeah.
start
Oh, okay.
welding.
I feel it.
And so for
feel
right
it.
now, I mean,
Go out while you're on
them up,
top.
but I mean, it's still not off the table yet. I mean, that's the thing. They did say fight night is where, you know, it all pays off and, you know, you reap the benefits. And I mean, shit, they're right. It's like when I heard that clap in the 3rd round of 10 seconds left and I knew in my head, like, dude, I got this. And I did. It was incredible.
It was fun to watch. But how did it feel? Because we had a decent crowd. How did it feel when everybody was cheering at the end of the fight?
Unbelievable. Like it was unreal, like indescribable, like words. I can't put into words what it was like, especially the walk back after, you know, it's like, I didn't even expect it to happen. And then like everybody who was like there on my walk to the cage came back when I was walking back to the locker room. And yeah, it was so dope to see. I mean, I'm glad I didn't let that get to me too much before the fight. Cause like that was one of the things. It's like, shit, like not only am I getting in a fist fight,
Yeah.
it's in front of like all my friends and family. And so it's like, I don't want to get stomped out in the first 30 seconds. So
Yeah, dude. Scary shit.
it was. That's one word. It was scary. I'm not gonna lie.
It was cool though. You did good.
Thank
I
you.
always say it's the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life. For me personally, like there's nothing that feels like it, and every time I would say has been equally as exciting as the very first time I did it.
Right?
Like that.
Are you
that
chasing the
that
high of
feeling,
the first one though?
It feels the same every time for
Feels
me
it, yeah,
personally. Like
yeah.
win or lose, I got out there, I did what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And sounds dumb. I like.
So then
getting
let's go to the
punched.
girl. What
Yeah,
did
I
you
was
feel?
like-
Let's just go to you. Let's just go
Sorry.
to you. How did you feel going up to it? What fight is this for you?
This was my 5th fight, I believe. Yeah, 5th fight was for a title, so that was really exciting. It definitely felt like there was a lot more weighing on me just because it was a title fight. And just trying to make sure that I was really being focused and pushing myself hard every single day of camp. And
Right, yeah.
taking that all into the cage with me.
What do you guys have to say about her going into camp? Does she look strong? Do you think that she was doing what she said she was doing right now?
Well, there's a lot.
Working hard, going in
First
every
off,
day.
that's Vanessa Chavez.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard with that video.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real.
But her journey back to the cage was crazy. So just, I don't know if you guys want to get into that, but the year.
Yes, we
took
do. That's
the
what
year
this is. We want to
before-
get into everything.
The year before, getting back into shape, and then just even, I don't know, maybe being in a healthier place, and then getting into the cage, and then getting into another fight a couple months later, and then now, about to make a pro debut. I feel like this has been one thing after another, just positive. So there's a lot. I don't know how much you want to get into, but there's some of it. I don't know if you guys want to talk about it either, but
I mean, yeah, go for it from the top or wherever, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, to start, back when Jackson, I call Jackson, but Jack Anguish came in and changed the program around, which was, I think, when everybody started getting a little more serious. You were like 195 pounds.
Yeah, I was big.
You're 195 pounds. You're a little out of shape, and I don't know if it was.
Lightly.
Well, now's a good time to pick your
Yeah,
brain. Like,
yeah.
what was going through your mind at that time, and what made you really dig in and pursue getting back in the cage?
I missed it. I missed the atmosphere. I missed being part of something I felt that is bigger than just me. This is what I call my family outside of my actual family. All of you guys, I care about you all very much. But yeah, I just felt like I really was lacking like a target in life, just in general. Like I was misguided, maybe is the word I'm looking for. And so I really just felt like I needed to be involved again in doing something that made me happy. And so coming back, getting back in shape, like I can honestly say I've never been happier in my life.
Yeah, I feel like you can tell.
Yeah.
I feel
I
you're
feel
just
like I move different.
Yeah, you're just in a better place.
For sure.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah.
yeah. So there's been a drastic change, not just physically, but just the way you carry yourself. And then not just that, now you're training like a professional athlete. So now you're not just lighter, but now you're an athlete. So that's the other part where I feel like there's been so much of a transformation, and then you're fighting again, and then you're going to be fighting professionally here in a couple weeks, 6 weeks, is it?
About 6 weeks, yeah.
In MCF.
Yep.
So there's just so many things that she does so well, whether it's being on time. I don't think you've ever been late or missed a workout, or if you have, you communicate well. So you handle yourself professionally across the board. But then just to be here every day and to be committed, man, you kind of hold the team together a lot of times. So I could go on, but I don't want to
Thank you,
hog
yeah.
this. So I'm going to hand this off to you guys, and you guys can talk about that. I don't know.
Well, we didn't really talk about Vanessa's fight because you fucked her
Great
up for
fight.
sure.
Great
You fucked her
fight.
up for sure, but I was concerned about your face. You got fucked up a little bit. How did that recovery go, dude?
That was,
That's accurate too. That's good.
yeah, it was crazy.
Yo, I'm real, bro. I just say it how it is.
It happened so early on into the fight. So I think had to have been in the first minute of the first round. She hit me clean, I think with the jab. I'm not sure, but like right on my eye. And immediately it was fuzzy. I couldn't see out of my left eye. So I didn't want to panic. I'm like, okay, so be cool. Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, okay, be cool. Just keep moving. Spot her with your right. This isn't the first time you've been kind of without an eye. In one of my fights, one of my contact lenses, when I wore them, flew out.
Oh, wow.
In I think the first round also.
Makes sense.
So I was like, I can do this. It's fine. Just keep moving. Keep bouncing around. Stay on your feet. Lateral movement. That's what we talked about in camp. So circle, all of the fundamental things. Like that's a scarred on my brain now. Circle, whatever. You're not circle, yeah. Move with urgency.
Gets yelled out so much.
So yeah.
I feel like she's one of our partners that gets yelled at the most, but like in a good way,
Probably.
Come on, do this, do that.
Do this. Come on, B, come on. But yeah, so that was crazy. Just trying to stay cool. And then made the mistake of blowing my nose when we went to the corner, and that blew up my eye. It was crazy. It felt like a balloon, like just
Yeah,
right under.
don't ever blow your nose if you get punched
It's-
either on the nose and potentially your nose is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Well, swell up your eyes.
Really?
So I don't know if your nose is broken, but definitely.
Yeah,
Some damage was there.
yeah, might have at least been fractured. So we go into the second round. I'm still moving. I'm seeing out of like a slit in my eye. I'm like, okay, we're cool. Just keep going. Whatever, we're fine. Do this. And then the ref calls in the doctor because he's worried about it. And I'm instantly panicking. It's like, shit. Like, be cool. Like, open your eye as wide as possible. Like, I'm fine. I'm cool. Doc comes up. He looks at me. He's like, no, she can lift it. We're good. I'm like, we're good. Let's go. Let's do this. Because I could not have been, like, I would have been so angry if they had decided to call it because of my eye. I'm like, I can still see. I got one. We're good. Let's get this done.
So that's your mentality, though.
Yeah. I'm not trying to end a fight on a technicality or of any kind like that. Like, I want to go all the way or finish it. I'm an all or none person in life, and it's the same way in there.
Killer. Nice.
I try.
So you got the dub, and you came back. You were pumped, bro. I literally, though, what even made me bring it up is because I stood there for probably as long as the guy could stand there with his hand up, without you seeing it, but you didn't have any eyes. So it's not your fault. But I was like, yo, because everybody else hit my hand. And you were just like, yeah. But I was like, yo, she is literally looking at nothing,
I had
bro.
one eye. I was seeing everything this way. I was just trying to do something with the other one. I'm sorry, man.
No, it was just hilarious.
Let me add one thing because in between rounds, I'm giving her advice, and there was not a single doubt in my mind that she was going to go out the next round, and then the next round, and then the next round.
Really?
So it was
There
just
you
like,
go.
we're going to either fucking get this W, or you're going to get knocked out.
Oh, yeah.
She don't go
'Cause
blind.
there was a
Yeah.
moment in time where I'm like, oh shit, she's about to get
She
fucking
rocked
dropped.
me. She
was no joke,
no,
dude.
no,
She was no
hit
joke.
hard,
Yeah.
Jory.
So to
she
keep your
smoked me.
composure and come back from what seemed like, oh yeah, this is gonna be an early round, first round TKO or stoppage, and to perform well the last 2 rounds and win the fight was very impressive. So
Thank you.
yep.
That's what a lot of people say. I'm like, I wish I could have. As someone that's in there, I wish I could have watched it. It's so
Right?
Weird.
That's the trip.
no. I don't know.
What'd you say?
You don't want to see that. No, we won't go back to that.
Have you seen your TL Tang fight?
Yeah.
You seen that one? That one's.
I didn't want to go back and watch it.
Man.
That was a rough one.
Dude.
You had us all sitting here, shitting our pants. Little Keely's over here crying, man. Almost. We're talking about Carney Cage Wars, okay? Not this.
Yo, Hunter. Talk about it, dude. This
What up, man?
was also your first time, huh?
No, this was my third fight.
This is your third
This
fight.
is my third AMI fight, yes.
So how'd the first two go?
The first two went pretty good, I thought. I won them. So I was coming into this
All right,
fight,
okay.
I was 2-0.
Feeling good.
So yeah, I've had a little bit of cage time now. Feel pretty comfortable and confident in there.
Yeah. The weird thing about yours was it was after the kids thing. So
Yeah.
I felt like there was like a vibe thing that kind of happened, and I was like, dude, nobody in this building is really like pumped right now. Like you were doing everything that you could. Well, I mean, you just got done watching kids wrestle around. Like, come on, if it's your kid, you're pumped as shit. Good for you, man. But like, for the rest of us, it was kind of hard to get our energy back. You know what I'm saying? So you went in and you had everything you needed, bro. You had the gummy snacks in the back and everything. You had like 17 oranges in a cooler. I saw you. You had like a bunch of stuff
Okay.
that you were like nibbling on.
Did have a little bit of fruit, yeah.
Yeah, you were keeping the energy up. You made sure, but after that break, it was just a different energy. So talk about it going in, bro. You look confident going in, but the energy was different.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, like I wasn't really focused on that. Like I was not watching the kids wrestling.
good.
I was in the back warming up with Juan. Really leading up to this fight, I felt like I did everything I needed to do. I was in really good shape. I felt like I was focused, coming in every day, training hard. And, I'm not going to make excuses. I just didn't have my best performance, so I'm not going to say it. it wasn't the energy or anything, but
you look good out there, bro. Like you look good. Okay. Like it was a really good fight. He was coming at you. You were going back at him. Like you look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You look strong. You didn't look like you were ready to back down.
Right. So like this was the first time in a fight I've ever really had to, I guess, grapple. Like he took me down. That was the first time I've ever really been taken down in a fight.
Yeah.
So, I think I just expended a lot of energy getting back up. I don't want to be on my back in a fight. That's never really a place you want to be. So I thought my takedown defense was pretty good. He was a pretty good wrestler. He took me down. I was able to get back up. But
Your takedown defense is amazing, bro. I don't know how he took you down because your takedown defense is sharp, man. So I mean, I'm glad that you got that feeling because now you know like what it's gonna feel like, and now you won't feel like that again.
Right.
So
It was also your first time at 45, so that
yeah, I think that was a big thing.
the other part, like when you're cutting that weight for the first time, you hit this wall with your energy, and you're like, oh shit, and is this how I'm gonna feel the rest of the fight?
Yeah.
But I feel like the more times you make that cut and the more times you feel that, you're like, oh, this is just a lull in my energy. I'll be able to push through this in the next couple of seconds here. I just gotta be patient.
And
here.
I guess just to clarify, so I did my first 2 fights at 155, and for this fight I dropped basically 10 more pounds. So
and fight at 45. So
Yeah.
yeah, first time fighting at that weight, I thought you looked sharp. I think there was issues with the energy in the later rounds, but it could have been a million different things. So it's just let's do it again and see how it goes.
Did you notice a strength difference in the weight drop?
you mean me or just
Yeah.
like-
Did you kind of feel like a strength difference, or did you make like good or bad? Did you feel a strength difference, good or bad?
I mean, I felt strong. Like I definitely didn't feel like Kawhi was stronger than me. He looked stronger, I think, like just looking at him visually, but
He's a tough ass dude.
I don't. He did not feel stronger to me when we were, I guess, clinched up or in
Yeah.
our exchanges or anything.
But like from your 155 to 145 or whatever you said, like did you feel stronger fighting at those ones, or did you feel strong and lean fighting at this weight?
that's a tough question to answer because like
That's what I want to know.
if you're basing it off of like the weight room and stuff, like
Yeah.
I mean, I do lose strength like when it comes to strength training and like lifting weights, but that's kind of the trade-off you have to make when you're cutting weight and stuff like that, which I don't know. I don't have a ton of experience.
It's still too early to really figure it out yet. I feel
right.
like you gotta get more fights in.
It's like I want to do another one at 45, see how that goes, and then maybe we could see what happens after that. But I'm not counting out that weight class yet.
I think you're good at that. Like you're a big boy at that weight class.
Right. I
Koi-
feel-
Yeah, dude, you're tall.
Yeah, I
To
think I
give
have a
Koi
good-
some credit too, he was a big boy at that
He
weight
was.
class too.
He also ate a pretty big knee. That
I wish. So Koi, if you're listening to this, I want to know how badly rocked were you after that knee, because that knee looked devastating. I don't know. It looked like you ate it square on the face, and you just ate it. And I'm just like, what is this dude made out of?
So like I went back and rewatched the fight a couple times, and the video doesn't do it justice because like
For real.
you can see that that I landed a knee, but like you can't hear the sound of it, the impact.
Right.
Because
Cage
like
side, you can hear the
when it
smack
landed, I
on
was
it.
like,
"Ooh."
oh shit.
Fuck.
Like,
I'm pretty sure the knee is the only part of your fight that I got to see because I was right after you, so I was warming up.
Oh.
And the way that's like that, I could hear it from the back. That shit sounded brutal. I
was
can
loud.
imagine.
yeah, I mean,
Credit to
Rich
Koi,
and
man. That
yeah,
shit
he's
was
he's a
crazy.
Yeah,
tough dude.
that's a tough dude.
I told him after the fight, I was like, dude, you're a tough son of a bitch.
Because he ate that, but then there was another point in the fight where you landed like 3 or 4 knees right to his like torso.
We
and-
clinched up, and I landed kind of a barrage of knees to his chest or his abdomen area.
The whole time I'm thinking, oh, for sure this is where it's gonna end. Oh, for sure this is
rough.
where it's gonna end.
Yeah,
and
he's gonna.
And he's like ate it all and just kept going. I was like, damn, that guy's fucking tough.
He was tough. I mean,
That's what we want, though. We want the tough fights, right?
100%. You don't get any better by, fighting opponents that aren't going to push you and challenge you in there.
That's right, yeah.
That's what we train for,
Yeah.
That's what we prepare for.
That's right. That's right.
So it didn't go my way, but I was a little upset at first, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Like there's not very many people on our team that haven't taken a loss, and that's just part of the process.
That's the game.
So
Yeah, that's the game. Especially when you go into something like this. I mean, were you training any growing up, or did you kind of start jiu-jitsu coming to the gym?
You're talking about just like my MMA history.
Yeah,
Like how
I
got
guess.
started?
Yeah. How did you get started? If
I
you've been doing
started
it for a
coming to the gym in like 2017 at one of our old locations.
Okay.
It was just kind of a summer thing because like I was going to college in Lincoln. I always came back, train in the summer, go back to school in the fall, and then that was kind of my repeating cycle for a few years, and then finally got to the point when I graduated. I was like, okay, I want to fight and kind of take it a little bit more seriously. So
Yeah.
started training more actively and did my first fight, and actually kind of had a layoff after that. And then ever since I've come back, I've been really consistent and really happy with where I'm at. So
Yeah, it's been about a year since you've been back and been consistent this time around too.
Mm-hmm.
So you were also like close to 200 pounds.
yeah.
Dropped
So last
considerable.
November I was like 200 pounds.
Big boy.
yeah.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, I was big. Kind of made a sort of a transformation too, and made a lot of lifestyle changes. I think that was
Nice.
what changed the most for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was all in all, it was good for me physically, mentally. That last camp, I think I just grew a ton as a person in general. So it was a really cool experience.
This last camp?
No, the one when I fought
Previous?
at PBA
Oh
in
yeah,
May.
yeah. That was a great camp. Too.
Yeah, and that's when I realized like I just felt like I kind of had more of a purpose in what I'm doing. Like my path
There you
forward,
go.
my path forward was a little bit more clear. It's like before I was like, all right, why am I training? Why am I doing this? Like,
Okay.
I like it, but sometimes I question what I was doing, and then that's kind of when it started clicking for me.
Once you got a fight in,
That was my second fight.
once you
but
got that second fight
yeah,
in.
then it's like I don't know. I had a sense of clarity,
Nice.
if that makes sense.
No, it totally makes a bunch of sense. It's kind of how it goes when you do things continually.
Yeah.
It might take a couple times for you to really try it and then get something. I don't know. You never know really what you're looking for until you kind of find this fire inside and you're like, why did it take the second time?
Right.
But
It's like
when-
there's always the ebbs and flows in your life. Everybody experiences that, and yeah, it was a good feeling.
you guys throw a lot of ebbs here.
Ebbs.
Ebbs. Call them ebbs from now
I feel like
on.
we have such like a focused routine now too. Like that's been a big change because I was around like when you first came, and when we were first training, it wasn't like as routine or regular.
Right,
And
right.
there wasn't like a definite like you have to be at this time and this.
There wasn't structure.
Yeah, there wasn't as much structure. So now I think having this structure every day, like that's what makes such a big difference. Camp is far different than any of my old, our very first camps and things
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
I think having that strict routine has helped a lot of us just like it feels real.
Yeah.
You do feel
100%.
like like you said, we're training like professional athletes.
Right.
I in my life didn't think that would be a thing that I would. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think that makes a big difference, like camp wise and things.
Well, just taking things more serious in your life. You know?
Absolutely, yeah.
We all at this point understand what that's like, no matter what it is. But right now, it's training for a lot of you guys here. So it's like you just take stuff seriously. For the listener, I mean, if you just take stuff seriously, you really see benefits if you give it time. You really do, and it's fun, dude. It's fun to see yourselves grow. It's fun to watch. It's fun for me to listen to you talk about him, and you talk about her. And it's just fun, dude, because like that's connection. That's like people watching people do life. It's not just like, she pays him and we all pay him or whatever, and we all just like come here and like learn little things, and just kind of like that's just like what you do. You just kind of like flow through, you just wander through. But you guys have purpose going here, and it's like fun to watch. That's what I'm trying to get at, It's fun
We're
to
not
be
just,
here.
Like, numbers. That's the thing. A lot
Yeah.
of people, I feel like, we're not.
Yeah,
dollars.
you're not just
We're not
number
dollar signs.
98,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
not to him, and you're
Right.
not just like, well, here's,
Here's my money. Thanks
that
for
doesn't,
making me
that's,
sweat and
exactly.
sometimes cry.
You get it.
Gotta leave that part out, man.
Hey man, I'm a sensitive girl. I have feelings too sometimes.
You got good things going on. That's what I'm trying to say. You got
Made me
good things
tear
going
up,
on.
after your fight, when you made your speech, I was like, okay, okay, me. Then she stopped, and she kept going. I like wiped him off, and then she kept going, and all right, there come again.
But I meant it. I meant every word.
I know that's.
I can't do this without you guys. So thank you, really. I love you guys.
You guys are a good time. You guys are a good time. I don't really want to be anywhere else, you know? It's a good time. So you fought.
Oh, yeah.
You look like an electric freaking. Who's the guy? You look like Pikachu up there with that hair, bro. You just bouncing around, dude. Pikachu.
Oh, Pikachu.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, who do you say?
You look like Pikachu just bouncing around up there going nuts.
He's going for Charles Oliveira, but
Yeah, Charles. My boy Charles.
So how did you feel?
Yeah. Dude, Charles looked good, so I was like, okay, I can look good with that haircut. So I did it.
So where'd that facial hair come from? What's that?
My homeboy Jose told me that I look cute, so I kept it.
There it
Man, you
is.
should have listened to your friends, bro. You
he looks cute.
There it is.
I told you to bring some Legos here. Where are they at?
Oh my God, I forgot the Legos.
I lost it right now. I just lost it. I wanted
I
you to
got
bring a little Lego set.
Yeah.
That's all right.
You need to keep the Razor Crest on display here for everybody to see.
You gotta put that in like a glass
In the
case.
display case?
Yeah. Have a guard.
Well, I don't know what that is.
What?
What do you say?
His Razor Crest.
What did you say though?
Oh, have a guard at the
have
like
a
in a
guard.
little display
What
case.
the hell's that?
Have a guard there like it's a.
A little Keely.
Yeah. Don't even look at it.
Okay, Hayden, how'd you feel going in though? You came out different than anybody else. You came out, you flipped that curtain open with some swagger, and then you ran all the way up there, bro. You skipped. Is that talk about that feeling?
Well,
man. Talk about that feeling, man.
It's like the whole time you're backstage and you're like warming up and your arms are like heavy and they feel like noodles and you're like, oh my God, like what's going on in my head? Like, well, like I gotta bring this bitch out of me and I'm gonna fight, you know, like so you kind of just hype yourself up or do whatever you gotta do to get in the mindset. And so it's like I try to put myself there right before I'm gonna walk out.
Okay.
And then it's
All right.
like, all right, it's go time. So let's go. Let's just go. Let's get in the cage as fast as we can. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like this fight, I was less patient and I was just more go.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a big improvement that I made this fight instead
It's
of
something that you talked about. It's something that you mentioned. So
Yeah.
I was looking for it at the beginning, and at the beginning it did feel like you were easing into a little, and then there was an obvious like he was coming at you, and you
Yeah.
just flipped it.
well, it was.
You were more eager to flip
He's
it.
a big ass dude. He's like 3 or 4 inches taller than me. So it was
Yeah.
like finding the range at first too is just hard, and then
Yeah.
you find it and you just work off of it. I guess.
Yeah. You're the most smiley fighter I ever seen, huh?
Why? Thank you.
You were up there kind of smiling still, like while you're fighting. Dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fun. I mean,
it wasn't the corny like, you know, you were just kind of like, I'm having fun. Man.
yeah. Well, you like
But
I
you
said,
look like a
gotta
killer though.
enjoy
But
it.
you look like a killer though.
Fairy, dude.
What'd you say?
look like a badass fairy.
Fairy. Oh, you didn't look like a fairy. You look like a killer. But you were smiling a lot.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you gotta have fun doing what you do, anyways. You know.
There we go.
If you're not doing it, because you enjoy it, then like, do what you actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna get punched and kicked in the face if I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He got you a couple times too.
He did. Yeah.
How's your nose feel?
But I feel fine.
Okay.
You know what mostly hurts is my knee.
Yeah, that's
From
what
kneeing
it
him
is.
so much.
How's your knee feel? Because you, after that fight when we went to Hayden's house, you were wobbling around, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't walk for a couple days, man. It wasn't really my knees; it was my quads. They were just on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just hurt. It wasn't fun.
Can you
The fight was fun though, but the after recovery's rough.
going back though? You were talking about how your arms were heavy in the back. I feel like that's something every fighter goes through.
Yeah.
You know, and you're
For
just
sure.
like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel like this when I get in there. Like, what the fuck's going on with my body?
Yeah.
And I feel like probably everybody felt that, right? Like, oh shit, this is I don't got it today. This isn't working today. But then you get in there, it's just like, all right, just focus on my breathing, and here he goes. You know. So how did you feel? Were you panic? Do you panic every time a little bit when you start feeling that?
I want to say panic, Definitely not. I wouldn't say panic, but you're definitely nervous, and I don't.
You're
think,
aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well, yeah.
It's like not giving any attention to the elephant in the room, right? You're like, all right,
yeah.
we'll see.
Exactly. Well, Donald Cerrone talked about it on one of his videos, and it's like an exact like description of what
What is
people
it?
go through.
What's the description?
Well, pretty much about your arms being heavy and talking to yourself in your head, and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, and then the guys come back to get you, and you're about to walk out, and you're freaking out, and then you start walking out, and you're like, okay, this is fine. You pretty much just kind of get over it. And then the bell rings, and then you're like, okay, it's game on time now. It's really...
I feel like I'm
really
listening
time
to
to
the
go.
spark notes of Eminem's one song. You pretty much just said knees weak, arms are heavy, throwing up on my sweater like mom's spaghetti, and then you gotta lose yourself in the music the moment you know this. Never gonna let it go.
That's a good
That's
song.
what you said, bro. You
That's a good
literally
song.
said you feel everything up to it, and then you just gotta turn it on.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is pretty much.
Pretty accurate.
Well, he put it in, dude.
Eminem.
Eminem,
Aiden?
that's my boy.
Yeah, bro, I know. I was like, look at his
daily.
hair.
What?
Fino's dropping dimes for us, and then when Richard moves in the microphone, he don't want to say shit. Yo.
No, I think one of the things for Hayden too is that he says he has fun, but I know he didn't have much fun during the grappling days because we put him through the works on the grappling days, and I think that's what makes him, especially in this fight, it made him more comfortable in there and be able to go forward more is just because he wasn't as afraid to get taken down. Like, we were fine if he got taken down. We know we got to get back up. You know, he wants to stand and bang with people, so you know, we got to work on his takedown defense, and we got to start working on his ground game so we can get back up.
Yeah.
That's cool. If you want to stand up with people, do it. But we got to go through a bunch of wrestling rounds to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're currently still putting in those wrestling rounds for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Getting his grappling in for sure.
It's a lot of me just getting thrown around by Jose and Fino.
Good, man.
And Jackson.
Good.
Jackson
Yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
Jackson will throw you around.
Everybody, to
And
be honest.
Hunter and Jarrett and Vanessa and Leo and Keely.
Logan,
Keely throws around. Dang, dude.
Ronan.
Ronan.
My goodness. This kid. What do you feel like needs to get stronger for your grappling? Your grip overall? Like the technique and
Everything.
Everything.
There's so many holes in that in my ground game still that I just gotta work on everything.
It's
all right.
But it's everybody has. Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you wouldn't mind turning off your cell phones during the show, please, one more time, if you would silence or turn off your cell phones during the show. Thank you.
I was like,
Son of a bitch! I'm just playing, bro.
Fuck me, I'm sorry.
what were we saying?
I don't even
I
know.
had something on my mind.
You were going to
Holes
say
in the
something.
game.
Holes in the game, and you were going to say
Oh, hold on,
something.
yeah. So it's really just like one thing. Like, you get your attitude in grappling, fuck, your whole grappling just gets better.
Yeah.
It's not just one technique, and I think that's one thing that we really pride ourselves on is just our attitude. And you have a great attitude for fighting, but it's like when you really have that attitude for your grappling, oh, you're gonna hit this next level. And it's not just one technique because you know all the techniques, but your application is kind of like it's missing that attitude, you know. So let's say coaching moment right now, it's like there's a lot of shit you can focus on, but one thing, your attitude, boom, everything gets better.
Boom.
And automatically,
100%.
So,
Agree.
anyways.
Agree.
And
Retweet.
spectacular fight. Probably one of the more exciting fights of the night.
Electric, man. Electric. Absolutely electric. All you guys, I was excited to watch. I couldn't rank a single one. But, I mean, like,
Yeah.
dude, Hayden, you're electric, bro.
It was a lot
You're
of
fun to watch, bro.
All the fights were a lot of fun.
100%. It was super
Yeah.
electric.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
I landed in the third round. Holy shit. And he just stood right back up, and I was like, oh my God, dude, you're bleeding. Come on. Just go over. God.
I've never seen so many spinning kicks in an amateur fight before. It was awesome.
That was dope, bro. It was nice.
Head kicks too. There are a lot of head kicks that landed.
Yeah, I mean, just
Yo, Fino.
That guy was also really tough, by the way.
Yeah, he
Super
was tough. He was
Yeah,
really tough.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Nate McMaster, right? Oh,
Francis.
Francis
Francis.
McMaster.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Tough ass dude.
Shout out to him. He's a good fighter.
Yeah. And we met midway too, so it was a fair playing field, you know.
Yeah.
We met at 33. He usually fights at 35. I usually fight at 25.
Oh, okay.
So
Here you go.
He looked big as fuck.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
big as fuck.
I think he fought at
He was
big,
big
bro.
as fuck. But he didn't feel any stronger than me or
He
anything.
didn't look any stronger at all.
So-
He didn't look like he was
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
He looked like his ribs hurt real bad. That body kick looked brutal. So you could see that from all the way in the back.
It's good.
Where
You had to
his
space him
ribs
out. He
looked
was closing
freaking
in.
Red, dude. Those kicks. I know those kicks. Those shits hurt, dude.
On the second one I landed in the first round, I saw him like tuck his elbow and buckle, and I was like, "Oh, I know that hurt, bro. I know that hurt. Stop trying to hide it. That hurt." That Nate Diaz point.
Dude, I love Nate Diaz. Fino, we haven't really talked to you yet. Take the microphone, Fino.
What? Don't look at me like that, Rich.
Fino, would you be fighting right now? Did you want to be fighting? Were you wanting to be fighting on that card? Are you waiting for the
I
next
would've
card,
loved to
or
fight in
you?
that card, but unfortunately, I broke my hand. What was it?
Right.
3 months ago.
Right, that's still in
Yeah.
recovery.
Yeah, but yeah, I would have loved to be fighting along with all my teammates.
All the homies.
How does it feel? What's that feeling like, bro? You know you want to fight. You're watching your homies go to war. You want to do it too.
I mean,
But
sometimes it's kind of nice to sit back and watch them
there we go.
go at it, dude.
There we
Because I mean, you're not worried about going in there and getting punched or whatever. You're
Right.
just there to support and
Standing
you
there
know.
next to Franco, just watching.
I mean,
him
you
yell
still feel like
things.
you're going in a fight yourself because it's you spend all this time with him, and almost like every time one of them steps in there is like you're going in there yourself. So
Boys.
I still get those nerves.
I was watching Jarrett from the back, and I was just like, "Oh my!"
Yeah, bro. I watched them all. I watched them all from that back corner.
I'm like, "He's hurt, Jarrett. Get his ass."
I tried, you know.
That's Jared, bro.
I saw him, honestly, I
You
saw
did
him
great.
hurt in that. It was, I think, the third round, and that's when I could, like, finally hear the crowd, like, start
Yeah.
going too.
Yeah.
And that was, like, my telltale sign, and I could see him, and he was kind of, like, flopping like a fish that third round, and then I caught him with, like, a good 1-2, and then he, like, just kind of fell back against the fence, but the moment I tried to pour it on, it's like my arms just like
Right?
like sandbags,
Dude.
And I was like, I don't want to screw it up here. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm ahead, and you know, it's like it would have been nice to get the finish.
Yeah.
But I'd rather go out and get the dub, especially my first time, instead of
Right.
trying to get over eager and then
Yeah.
get caught with something. So
Plus, you are tired. You literally are tired. It's not like you can do a lot.
God, that man is sexy, dude.
that third round, I was freaking past that third round. That's it. You know,
You were trying. I saw you literally trying to like throw.
Yeah.
It was so slow. I was like, dude, go faster. Hey, Jared, hit him faster. I was like, you look tired, bro.
yeah. I mean, that was.
But you did a lot of work in the first two, and then also the third. So
Yeah, I mean, I really underestimated. Like, my cardio felt like, obviously, this is the best my cardio has ever been in my life.
really,
But, I mean, going into the fight, the adrenaline, I feel like maybe dumped a little bit. But,
But how tired was he?
tired
Yeah,
as hell,
dude.
apparently, especially after watching the replay. It was like,
He was just falling over.
yeah, man, he
was
didn't want to
way
be
more
there no
oh,
more.
yeah. Yeah.
What was his name?
Christopher Dominic.
Chris don't want to do this no more, man.
I'm just saying, both of our guys came out the same gym, and Francis started pulling guard a lot going into closing to the third round there. So I feel like that's a good sign that, like, hey, they're a Nebraska gym too, but our cardio is just way better. We're doing it right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. for
Thank you,
sure.
Quincy.
It's obviously,
My man.
it's obviously a testament.
Definitely shout out to Quincy. I don't even know what to say, but all the stuff you had us do, all the knowledge you gave us,
Yeah.
we're I really do feel like we're ahead of a lot of gyms out there.
Nice.
I keep saying it, but my friend watching at home in Texas, she said that all of us, she's like, you guys, none of you look tired. None of you.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
we're definitely doing all the training that we need to be
I'll
doing.
cut that last part.
Pushing a lot harder, you know, than probably most other gyms are. So it's cool to see it come to fruition.
Yeah, no, it's like you have to have good cardio in this game because you guys, I mean, especially for you too. You guys are like big dudes. You have muscle. The muscle takes so much oxygen. You got to have good cardio to be able to like go through that, you know?
Well, Quincy has it down to a whole science. He has it. He knows what he's doing, and he knows.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's in contact with UFCPI guys, so
I don't know what that means.
it's a UFC Performance Institute.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
he's got the insight, and he
Yeah.
knows. We need to be doing these exercises. This is the best thing that's going to be for us.
Yeah.
This is going to help our explosiveness. We're going to keep our strength, our cardio, everything through the whole duration of the fight.
Yeah.
And honestly, like whatever he says, I just listen to it. And like he'll say, no, you gotta lift this much, and I'll say, yes, sir. I miss that man.
You don't do it with us though, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, what? Where's that hate in that?
He don't respect you guys. All right. He don't respect you guys. Quincy, he respects you.
Also, shout out to Jack, because without Jack, we wouldn't have brought Quincy in. Or
There you go.
So if Jack hadn't started the program, you would never had the what's it called, the initiative to talk to Quincy.
Mm-hmm.
So it all unfolds a certain way. But if you're listening, Jackson, we miss you. Take care.
That's right. Now, we had a couple pro fights, and Mr. Justin Weaver can't show up tonight. He probably is hanging out with a pig, to be real. But Jose here, it was quite the show, my friend. From the beginning when you came out, I mean, like you in the back, start from the back, you're the pro. Like you got a different confidence. You have a different kind of like, I don't need to be jumping around right now. Like, it's going to be fine. Hey, I'm worried about my guy here. He's going up in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
What's the next one after that? You can definitely tell that your presence is the professional presence that is wanted in a professional scenario. So, how did you feel going in, though? Because you looked professional.
Yeah. I felt really good. And this is these past, almost 2 years now, and doing all the competition we've been doing, this is the best I've ever felt. And just like, Vanessa and Hunter, I was pretty big when I came down here too, but we've put in so much work and.
Shit, how big were you when you first came down?
Say it. Just say it.
I think I was like 198 or something.
Oh, so you're close to the same weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, another transformation. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but everything that we've been doing here has been paying off a lot, and like you said, like I do try to carry myself a little bit better, like with everything that's going on.
Well, you should.
Yeah, and my nerves are already high because I got all these guys fighting, and and I care about them so much, and so I'm trying to watch them too, and trying to stay loose. It's hard to watch them and to stay relaxed at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm still cheering for my teammates and stuff, but I keep it to a minimal. I know I still have a job to do. There's, like I always say, like they had a job to start, and I'm going to try to go finish it. Right? I got to go try to finish the night. And, leading up to it, it was weird. It was a weird feeling. I wasn't thinking about the fight too much, and I think it was just all the coaching that I was doing and stuff. And then, towards fight week, I started realizing it was like, well, I do this every day. I know so much. And then I started thinking about like the bad situations that can happen. I'm like, oh, I've been there. I know how to get out and stuff. And I was like, it doesn't affect me too much. But I think that helps to calm my nerves, knowing that, I'm thinking of these bad situations, but I'm put in there with these guys and, and with Jackson and, all the wrestlers and stuff. And I'm like, there's, I'm in there with the best dudes, every day. So that leading up to the fight, I felt fine. I was really calm and relaxed. And then once it's starting to, the fight before, that's when I had to flick the switch, when I tell Jared, I'm like, you're going in there to fight no matter what.
Yeah.
And like I always say, I'm I'm gonna mess that dude up. Like he's not messing me up. Like
Yeah.
I have to go in there with that mentality.
Yeah, yeah.
So I gotta be the one that comes out with the win and with my life, pretty much. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a coach's favorite player because you just don't think about it when you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're just responding, you're reacting, you're doing, you're going, you're
Yeah.
making the mistakes, but you're going 110.
Yeah. Well, all the shadow boxing and all that stuff before, and like what we do, like our situational stuff, or when I'm talking to Rich about the game plan, it all comes to play.
Yeah.
And like it blows my mind when I'm in there. I'm like, oh wow, we literally just went over this. Like, oh, so this is gonna work. And sure as shit, it works. So I mean, it just when we're doing it.
Don't you love when a plan comes
when
together?
we're doing it though, it's so much faster. But when I'm
Yeah,
in the cage,
yeah.
it's so much slower. Like everything is just like slow motion. I'm like, man, this is really gonna work, and it always does. Well, most of the time.
That's an interesting thing, bro. There's certain people that talk about situations slowing down for them, but they're obviously a high stress situation.
Yeah.
That's a special skill.
I mean,
Slowing that
Doing it
down,
over
slowing
and
that
over
moment
again,
down, and
yeah.
literally seeing, oh, I'm gonna be fine. I'm just gonna hit him right now a bunch of times, and then I'm gonna choke him out.
well, ever since
I'm gonna hit him
since I
again.
was an amateur, we talk about our game plan, and almost to the T, it happens. And I wish, like I was saying, I wish we would have gotten some video of the shadow boxing the morning of the fight, because it was to the T.
Almost
what happened.
exactly what happened,
happened.
right? Yeah.
That's
I was
the
telling
dopest shit.
everyone because I was watching you when you were like doing your wall stuff over here that morning, and then watching the finish was exactly to a T, like verbatim what you were doing by yourself. Yeah. It was so cool just to see that happen. It is though slow motion. I agree. Everything. The first fight that you ever have, I feel like happens so fast it doesn't feel like slow motion.
Yeah.
And then each fight after that progressively feels slower.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Question for you, Jose. So your preparation, you've had a lot of good fights. I would say really entertaining fights. I would say this fight you looked probably the best you looked. Obviously without the controversy at the end, we'll get to that too. But how did you feel in this fight camp compared to all the other fight camps? Or like, do you feel like you're making progress? Because your mental preparation looked on point. You know, your physical preparation was on point. You were on weight. You know, we've had problems in the past being on weight. So how did you feel about all that as he goes to take a restroom break?
It felt the best that it's had. Like I said, dude, I wasn't thinking about this at all, man. Like it was not till like the week of where I was just like, oh yeah, like I have to fight this weekend, you know? And then when we started sitting down and you would come up to me after practice and you would explain what's going to be there, what's not going to be there, what I can throw and all that stuff, that leading up to the fight is what I think made it so much better and what made it easier for me to like actually attack the plan.
Right. So there's some times where I feel like I'm like coaching you guys. I'm telling you guys is because we have so many guys fighting on the card. We're like making a generic plan, but at the same time, there's a certain feel you get like when you're keeping someone in front of you with the jab, or you know they're gonna shoot on you. You got to keep them in front of you. You can't throw big looping punches or whatever.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it gets lost in the day-to-day, so you have to have that one-on-one conversation.
Gets lost in the sauce.
Yeah, and then to really get to sit down, sometimes I don't do a good job of that. You know, sometimes I have to fucking sit down.
It took us a while to sit down.
Yeah, this is what
took us a while.
This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Do you see it? Do you believe in it? You know. And then by the time the fight came along, I thought you were just on a different level. You were just in the zone. So.
Dude, you told me to go in there like a man possessed. I swear my eyes rolled back. Oh, it's demon time, dude. And you know, I get Scott back there too, and he's in my face, and I'm just like, I was like, just don't slap me right now. I don't want to Richie, you know, because he was just getting me so pumped up, and I'm just ready to go. And then you guys talk to me, and I'm like, oh, this is done.
Yeah,
I'm going for this dude.
And Ashton's a good fighter. You know, he has a certain strengths that I think have been not I don't say, everybody knows his strengths. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows how he fights. How did you feel threatened by that going into the fight?
I didn't really feel threatened. I knew he was good, but when we didn't have Delfino this time, but I've grappled with Delfino for, I don't know what, almost 3 years now. Mm-hmm. So having his look, having Hunter's look, Jarrett's look, Vanessa's look, Hayden's look, everyone's look, you know, and then we get Jackson up there and he's, that guy's a straight up like a leech when he's on you.
Yeah.
It's a cardio machine.
Yeah, shout out Jackson Nielsen. I didn't bring him up when I was talking earlier, but he definitely helped me during this camp, and I feel like helped my wrestling defense. So shout out Jackson.
Yeah.
Jax.
It's true, dude. I came in like one time to watch something, and dude, he was all over everybody, dude. He is all over you guys,
Dude.
and it's fantastic in the best way. Like,
He's
you know, he is something
super
else.
talented. And
But you guys could probably hit him though. You know, he don't.
But the thing is, he's so humble that he knows that kind of stuff, and he still looks up to like all you guys too. Like, and he says it all the time, and he's like fascinated by what we're doing and stuff. And I know that dude has put in a lot of work to be able to wrestle at UNK. I know he's put in a lot of work, and for him to have respect for us, that just shows the kind of person he is.
Yeah, the kind of humility he has. What
Nice.
a good
I like
dude.
that. I like that.
Definitely brings a great attitude to practice every day. I'm really excited to have him in. And so Jackson, you're up next in here. Well, we'll see when, but you're up next at some point.
Yeah, man, we got quite the list growing, babies.
I never had any doubts with Jackson really ever, but like the moment that the switch flipped for me was when he just like voluntarily did the spider with Jose. I was like, all right.
This man,
It's like,
dude.
yeah.
Are you pretty good at the spider?
No, I'm terrible at it.
No one's gonna.
I don't get it.
So people don't understand what the spider is. It's basically just a circuit.
'Kay.
That's you do a bunch of different workout. I don't.
Oh,
explain
this
it
has
very
been
well.
explained to me before.
But it's on steroids. It's not just a regular
Right.
circuit.
Yeah, so
It's
Jose's was the
steroids.
hardest because he's doing a pro fight, right? So his were a little bit longer, and Jackson just casually was like, yeah, I'll do that, no big deal. Like, and he crushed it.
He knew he could take
You
it. Though.
crush it.
He did a really good job.
He'd been in workouts.
Push him towards it because
Yeah.
he's always in the gym smiling, dude. And I knew he wanted a taste of what
it's
they
like.
were feeling because he
Yeah.
was there hyping them up. And I knew, like, you can
You could
just
see it.
tell. I was like, I want to see how this feels. I was like, Jackson, come on, do it, man. Don't make me do it.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, I'll do it.
Wow.
That
And he
shit's
did it.
intense.
Yeah.
It was easy
It's-
for him.
Yeah, for him. I
He
mean,
did it with flying colors, dude. There's a smile on his face as usual.
yeah. He
Grappled after.
Yeah, he grappled after
Yeah, went to open mat afterwards.
that
Really?
for another hour.
Crazy.
I puked after.
It's hard. It's as much a mental test, I feel like, as it is a physical one, just because, like, we know each other as, like, always being, like, super supportive and, like, being positive and yelling nice things.
And I'm always talking all this shit during the spider.
Yeah, to have other teammates talking shit like that to us.
Alonso looks forward to
I
it
was
the most.
just about to say that dude waits for this just to get in my face and to be, you know, PG.
Spiders coming up.
PG, he just gets in my face. He's like, "Why are you such a?" You know, and he's in my face, calling me all these names. I'm like, "Why? Is this what you really feel about me?"
It's the one time I get to talk smack and not get my ass beat. Okay.
It's rough out here. It's rough out here.
Jarrett, you went through a spider. How'd that go for you? You were the newest guy on the team. How'd that go for you?
Yeah.
How did you enjoy it?
I mean, it sucked. It was honestly like I'd probably rather do a couple Shark Tanks rather than that.
I've heard those are no
When
joke
you-
too.
Yeah, when you told, like, you sent the text, like, yeah, we're doing Spider second level. Like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I've heard V talk about it before, but then actually going through it, it's just like, yeah, then people are talking shit, like, in your face the whole time. I mean, yeah,
Dang.
that just, and then that's when my adrenaline, I started, like, kind of getting anxiety. It's like,
Yeah.
shit, like he said, is this what he really thinks about me? And then it's like, I'm not ready for this, man.
You get one little hype up. You get one little hype up from like V. Come on, guys.
yeah.
I just can't be mean to you guys like that. I'm always gonna be just like the person in the corner. You can do it. I'm so proud of you.
Yo, call me for the next one.
You're not doing it hard enough.
I will go in, bro. I want to be in.
It's this
I want
Saturday,
it.
right? We're doing it this Saturday.
We're doing one this Saturday, yeah.
Saturday?
For Jose.
What time?
Only if you do it though.
10 a.m.
Josh, only if you do like maybe 2 rounds.
Bro, I'll do as many as you want me to do.
So I'll tell
you gonna do a
you
spider?
gain that privilege of yelling at somebody.
Yeah.
You
No,
gotta do it
that's
first.
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, I want to be yelled
You want to
at.
be. You want
Oh,
to
Get
you
me
want to
in there.
You want to get yelled at?
I want to get yelled at, bro. I want to fight. I want to fight, and I want to be in there.
Line it up.
I want to be in there, dude.
We'll videotape it too.
That's what I want. Yeah, it's not for serious reasons. It's for I want to get fucked
be
up.
great.
I want to get.
It'd be
I
great.
want somebody to fuck me up. I want to hear everybody go hard on me because I'm gonna be trying my very best, and it's not gonna be good enough. And it'd be a good
And they'll
time.
tell you it's not good enough.
Stand
They
by.
will.
That's what the point is.
Yeah, it's
It's brutal.
some feelings are gonna get hurt. You're gonna question showing up for another podcast.
Oh, dude, nah, man, you
I'm not gonna
can't.
lie. That was okay. So that was my first time being in the spider. I've been someone who's assisting the other spiders, but I haven't actually done one. So this is my first one too.
How was
Okay.
it?
I'm not gonna lie. I did almost cry. I did.
Why though, B?
I just
Didn't you?
I did almost cry at the very end of the very last round. I was just like, damn, this is a lot. And like you said, like, damn, they really don't they don't like me. They don't fuck with me like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And like maybe they're just lying all the time when they're being nice. I don't know. It just got me, man. It just got me.
That's the thing too, because that's what you hear in the cage. Like, whenever I'm fighting too, I can pick out people in the crowd and I can hear what they're saying sometimes.
Are you for
I've
real?
been called
Yeah.
a
Oh,
bitch
yeah.
and a pussy, and all these mean words, and I'm like, I didn't even do anything, man. Like,
This is the first time that I could hear other people other than Richard and Alex. I have always only ever been able, as soon as they turn the locks down, I can't hear anything but you.
Yeah,
This was my first time ever hearing anyone else. I did get to hear the good old grab his dick and twist it. I think that was Shay, Justin's brother.
Sounds about right. Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Sounds about right.
that was
Shout out
Shay.
to him. That guy's an absolute
And
menace to
I'm
society,
not gonna
huh?
lie, I did also giggle in the fight when I heard it. When you were saying you see Hayden smile, that he smiles a lot, you must not have seen me fight either, because I
was
do be
just
smiling
far away.
a lot.
Dang,
She
really?
was getting mad, real mad.
You're crazy, huh?
I don't mean to.
She's
It's
crazy,
just
huh?
something
She's a
that
little crazy,
happens.
huh?
Yeah, I'm toxic that way, I guess. I don't know.
just a tad.
Fantastic.
Just a little bit.
What were you gonna say though, Hunter?
Oh, I was just gonna say I totally agree with you, V. Like all my fights, I don't hear anything outside of the cage. No spectators, anything. Like half the time, I don't even know if I'm comprehending what Richard's telling me.
Because
Right?
I'm saying it in Spanish.
Yeah, dude,
You know, like,
that makes so much more sense. All right.
That's for Hunter Holiday.
Come on, this car makes it again, dude.
shout out to him, dude. Holiday, the Hulk, the Hulk.
Holt can't be here tonight. He's on a family trip, I think, in Arizona.
Family vacation.
He
Yeah.
left last night.
Hey, we miss you, Holiday.
I wish I could go.
Romero.
Doc,
Sanchez.
Mr. Holiday.
Wait, he was the guy that was in the back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He was with us. Yeah.
He was the muscular looking fella.
Pretty
Yeah. No, I thought. Yeah.
basically
Dude.
just a burly unit.
Yeah.
Big guy, powerful truck.
Yeah, bro. Big strong man, as
You
they
could
call him
probably
down.
tell him out
3/4
by
ton
that
diesel
big
power
old cake he's got hanging in the back. By that prison booty he's got.
Why do I gotta sit next to him?
You guys are menaces, bro.
You're just acting innocent because we're on a podcast right now, so don't lie.
Yeah, I gotta act professional, man.
I can cut it. Tell him how you feel.
Because I know you won't.
That's right. I won't.
We'll let you have after.
Do we have any time to play this game, or do we want to keep talking? How do you guys feel?
Let me get back to this real quick because
Yeah.
you fought Ashton a little bit of controversy.
Yeah.
Let's clear the air right now.
Yeah.
With in all seriousness, let's clear the air. What happened, and how do you feel about it, and what's going on with that?
Well, after I got out of his body lock, and I could just tell he was broken from the first time we broke apart from his body lock. I saw it on his face, and so the second round I turned it up, and I just wanted to break him more. So after I broke out of that body lock, I remember hitting him. I faked a right hook, hit him with my uppercut, and then I hit him over the top, and I hit him like right on the ear. And he goes down, and he's been shooting all night, so I knew he was gonna shoot.
Yeah,
But
and you were
I kind of
throwing,
just like,
you were throwing flying knees.
yeah,
To counter that shot.
counter it.
That was kind of part of the game plan too.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
like we already programmed your body to like, all right,
to throw.
he's
Yeah,
gonna slip his head to the right.
yeah,
He's gonna try to duck under. You're gonna throw a kick or you're gonna throw a knee. And you dropped him with that.
yeah. And the other thing too, it was kind of like, it was a weird knee, but I just remember running at him, and people say he wasn't like diving at my legs, but I swear his head was head down, his eyes were looking at the mat, and that's what made his head fly back. And I go to the ref stops me. Period. Ref didn't come up and stop me.
That's how
hit
you
his hands.
should.
Yeah, hands didn't get in the center, so I mounted him. His hand was behind his back, and I just made him into a bobblehead. Not to no disrespect, but
That's
still.
so gangster.
So right, and that's exactly what you want to hear out of any fighter.
Yeah.
Is you go until the ref pulls
Yes.
you off. You're not gonna stop.
No.
If you did something wrong. You did land an illegal knee.
Yeah.
Right. He was grounded, but that shit's happening so fast, and we were throwing knees all camp.
The whole yeah.
So it's like, how are you gonna blame it on Jose? You know, if anything, the ref should have stopped it, gave him 5 minutes. If you couldn't have
Yeah.
continued, then whatever. But there's multiple fights in UFC or anywhere else where
Yeah.
guys are getting kneed on the ground, the ref didn't stop it, and then the guy gets TKO'd, and that's just how they call it.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to be upset about it. I get where they're coming from, because if
Yeah.
that would have happened to us,
Yeah.
shit, man, we'd be upset too.
Yeah.
At the same time, you can't blame you, because you just
Yeah,
did
they
your
were blaming-
fucking job.
yeah.
That's a fight. That's how a fight goes.
Yeah, but
it
they're
might not go the right way.
They're blaming me for it. Like
So what are they trying to do?
I don't know, man.
They're trying to protest it, which I don't think will be taken away, because honestly, to put the effort to take it away, like,
Yeah.
and Ashton seems like a cool dude. For him to put the effort into protesting the fight, it just doesn't make any sense. Like,
I see.
if I were to talk to him and be like, dude, were you not checkmated in this fight?
Yeah.
It was going downhill, man. Nothing, no offense to him, because he seems like a really cool dude, but
Yeah, for sure.
he was just outclassed, and
Gotta be real. Yeah.
that fight would have gone your way 9 out of 10 times. I'm obviously biased, so that's what I'm
Right.
gonna say.
No, I would definitely agree. At the beginning, when he picked you up, I was a little scared.
I wish the camera would have got it though. He picked me up, and I'm like hugging over his back, and I like looked at everyone in the crowd, and I'm just smiling. I'm like, this fucking guy. But like I curled up, so in that way I can kind of like
You
roll
didn't-
instead
you
of just
didn't-
being flat and then getting smacked on my head. I
Yeah,
learned
you
that-
didn't. Yeah, you didn't
I
let him
yeah.
throw you down.
I
You
learned
were
that
trying
after
to.
TL.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
So when he did that, it kind of like opened my eyes a little bit. So when he did it, I was just like, oh, I'm good. We'll be fine.
We knew he was gonna try and do that, take him to his corner.
Yeah.
We talked about that too.
Really?
So as soon as he put him on his shoulders, started walking towards
Yeah.
his own corner, I was like, oh.
But as soon as you touch, then I that's one thing I've definitely worked on in the past camps. As soon as I touch, I'm up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't give them any time to control. So it gives them no control.
No,
time.
yeah, don't stay
They
down.
can't set their hands.
Yeah,
So I'm
right.
up. So and I knew that
working on the wrestling,
having
yeah.
Jackson in here and he was putting me through that.
Yeah.
And I was still
A nightmare.
as soon as I'm hitting, I'm trying to get up.
Yeah.
If I could do it with him, there's gonna be a lot of people that struggle to hold me down.
Yeah.
As soon as you got lifted, I looked at Delph. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker.
Man, I was
really doing this
over
shit right
there.
now?
I was over there like, man,
I was like, this guy's really carrying him all the way across the cage. All right.
all the way. But he didn't
All
get
the
the.
way.
But he didn't get the slam. but he didn't do it. So I was like, okay. He obviously was doing something for that not to be able to happen.
Slam, but as long as my head didn't hit, I was
No,
fine.
and credit for him to do that, but he
Yeah.
didn't get anywhere with that. He did bring it over to the corner, but he didn't.
No, you were.
I don't think
there
he
was more
landed
action.
a single strike the whole fight.
He
I
didn't
don't
land
if
a
I'm
punch. I checked I think it's like 2 kicks or so.
so. But yeah, so I just want to clear the air on that. Obviously, it was an illegal knee. We all acknowledge that. It's like okay,
Yeah.
but what are we gonna do? We're gonna stop the fight. We're gonna be the ones to stop the fight, and then sorry, ref.
Sorry.
we threw an illegal knee, and we gotta make sure everything's right. No, it's just happening so fast. I mean, come on. Like,
Sounds like we need to get my boy Bryce Abbey in there on the ref squad, and then we wouldn't have these problems.
hey, he should.
I'm sure
he
he'd
should.
love that. Yeah.
Oh, he'd love it.
Yeah.
They had me on commentary for Jose's fight too.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
What were you saying,
What do you
dude?
mean? What do you mean?
Jose.
Dude, you said that, and I was just like, I kind of like glanced over. I'm like, did he just say Jose?
They kept calling Jarrett's opponent Colin. They probably called him Colin like 12 times.
Yeah.
They called Delfino. Tristan called Delfino. I was like, what?
Clowns.
So yeah, they were like, oh, that may be an illegal knee, and I just stayed quiet. I didn't say a word. I was just on the mic like,
From my angle, I thought like his knee hit his chest, and then his thigh, like his upper thigh,
Yeah.
hit his head and made his head bounce. From my view,
Yeah.
not watching video, but after I saw the video, I was like, yeah, never mind.
oh yeah, that's definitely illegal.
Damn. So what's the deal though for the person who's stupid? I don't know anything. Why is it an illegal knee?
So Ashton was on a knee. He was kneeling and on a foot. So even if his hands weren't on the ground, he's a downed opponent. You can't throw a knee to the head.
Makes sense.
So it was an illegal knee for sure.
Okay.
But I would reference like Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva. They fought the second time. Anderson Silva throws a knee to Chael Sonnen, and it hits him right in the head, and he's sitting down on his butt against the cage, but it happens so fast, and then he gets TKO'd like literally seconds. It was very similar to this fight.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Who shared the video of the head? Isn't there a video of the head?
Dynasty Combat Sports.
Dynasty Combat Sports didn't give us.
Why did they do that?
Bro, I threw like
Didn't do us any
6 other
favors, huh?
knees that they could have done it with. I get it.
I was
It
like-
starts this drama on Facebook. Is all right.
Now that I know that, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know that the knee was illegal, but I saw the video. I was like, whoa, that kind of looked violent.
I don't know. Who knows why they put that out? Like, why would you make a highlight and then put an illegal shot
Well,
in
they
there?
had
Freaking makes
one
sense.
of
Well, it looked cool.
one of these guys on Instagram
So,
was like
It looked illegal.
combat visuals. They did really good work, by the way.
It's true. Shout out to him.
Yeah, they did.
So I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but the thing is, Dynasty still shared it. Hey, man, I'm gonna share it too because that was cool. Whatever.
It was cool.
It happened,
It looked
happened.
cool, and it did happen. So you know
If
what?
it does
That's
turn into a
like,
no contest, Ashton, we can run it back.
Yeah, we can. And
There we
yeah,
go.
that's where it is too. Like, why not fight him? I would say the best matchups you want as a professional fighter are winnable fights.
Yeah.
You want
That makes
fights that
sense.
you
That makes
have
sense.
a chance of winning. There's there's obvious fights as a professional that are risky fights.
there's always a bigger fish.
But for the most part, especially if you're starting out, you should have winnable fights. And Ashton is definitely a winnable fight. Nothing against him, but he definitely has a one-dimensional style that we're like,
I understand.
we can beat that guy. We
I
can
would
beat that
say so.
guy.
Yeah.
We can fight him next week and we'll probably beat him even worse.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll take
like
that fight
that.
again.
I like
no
that.
contest, we can do it again for sure.
Yeah.
There we go.
Why not?
I'll get paid twice.
Yeah. And then hopefully he sticks around, and Hayden could fight him too.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
What do we got for time, boys? We're at a minute and 15. I literally am hanging out.
Me and Fino
We got a couple cards. So we
kind of
can
do have
spin
to
this
get
thing.
to work because then we got practice in the morning.
Boo. All right.
And it's
I also wake up pretty early.
All right. We're calling it. All right. We're calling it. That's just
hey,
Josh trying to hang on to his
short
board game
episodes,
dreams.
and that way we can do another one with unfinished conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just set the stage for the next one.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, we did an hour and 15 minutes. So
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, you gotta do it, dude. No, I can't do it.
Why are you pushing the
But-
microphone away?
You're gonna make me do it.
Yeah, that's your song that is literally stuck in our heads.
Sing a song. Sing a song.
Played it.
Got me.
Sing us out.
It's from South Park.
Sing us out.
The day's never finished. Master got me working. Lord, come and set me free.
And that is it.
And that's how we get canceled, baby. So we love you. We'll be back next week. I don't know who's coming on, but we're going to have a blast. Drink some water, talk to your mom, hang out with your friends, dab somebody up this week, go get some sunlight, go get in a fight. I don't know, dude. Just live life, all right?